Hello. Hello, Maya.
Hello, teacher.
How are you?
I'm not good
Why not?
because I have too much homework.
Oh, okay. Too much homework, you say?
Yes, and I had to do a presentation
Oh, presentation about what?
about math.
Math. That sounds interesting.
No, it's not good
Why not?
because it's like make me lose many times.
Oh, okay. Now I'm struggling to find where is the. Wait, let me just do this quickly. Then it's done. Um, I'm searching for that article we did yesterday or the other day.
Oh, okay.
I can't find it. Not the. Here it is. Here it is, right in front of my eyes. Okay, let me just get your previous answers. Where did I put them? There we go. And then move this one over here. Okay, so we stopped last time with these questions. We have to do these, and then we can do a new one. But before we start, I'm just going to quickly read the passage to you again, just to refresh your memory. Or do you remember what it was about?
I think I remember.
Okay, you think you will remember. Okay, then let's continue with the questions then. Um, to continue with question 4, do you generally prefer paying with cash, a card, or a smartphone? How do you prefer paying?
Uh,
Oh, that's the problem. There we go. Yes?
I think I will prefer to paying with cash.
Okay, so you would prefer to pay with cash. Now, question number 5. Do you think your country will ever become fully cashless?
No, because there's still many people use cash.
But there are a lot of people that use cash. Excellent. Let's go to exercise 4. 5.
So far.
Yes, it's just this. I think these are the discussion questions, further discussions. Um, so do you do most of your banking online, or do you go to the bank and do it there?
No, I have never go to the bank.
Okay, so you keep your cash with you.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, it makes sense because you're still in school. Um, do you use any apps that let you collect points or get rewards when you shop?
I think it's no.
No. Okay, but would you like to?
I I don't know if I like to collect point or get reward when I shop.
Say again, sorry.
I I
It's not a big deal for you. You won't mind if you do get points or you don't get points.
don't know about the collect point, or get reward.
Okay. Number three, would you say you're generally good at managing your money?
What are you? You say you're.
Generally good at managing your money.
I think it's
It's, with other words, saying, do you know, do you just spend your money or do you sometimes save it?
I always save my money and I just use my money when I need.
Excellent. Excellent. Question four. What are some of the best saving tips you've heard?
The what are some of the best saving tips I heard? It's like we just save like a half of our money and we like to use the half of money to buy something we need like buy books.
Okay, use half of your money to buy essentials or things you need, and the other
Yeah,
half?
and at the other half we save.
Okay. Now, the last one. Is there anything you spend more money on than you probably should?
Um, I think it's yes.
And what would you say it is?
Is a gaming control.
Oh, a gaming controller?
Yeah,
Okay. Yes, nobody's perfect, right?
yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so those are the questions for this article. Do you have any questions or anything you want to look at again?
I think I it's okay.
It's okay. Okay. Let's go back then. Um, so you can pick another topic and we will start with it and see how far we get with it. Or do you want me to pick one?
I think you to pick one.
Okay, so let's go one to one of these. But since we talked about money, let's see what this one is about.
Okay.
Um, okay, so Japanese convenience stores to
What
sell
is your
OTC.
name?
A convenience store is uh, a store that you can go buy food or clothes, or you can buy like your general things you need in your house at
T.
one place. Okay. You can also
Okay.
buy some medicine there and stuff like that.
What
Okay.
is this mean?
Drugs.
Yeah. What?
Drugs is a term. Let me show you the definition. It's a term for medicine. The chemical substance, usually known with known structure that produce biological effects. So it's uh, in English, when you go to the pharmacy, the other name for a pharmacy is a drugstore because they mainly
Oh,
sell pain pills and other
it's like
medicine.
medicine.
It's like,
It's like what?
can you say again?
Is it like medicine?
Yes, but not. It's medicine falls under the category of drugs, but there are some other substances that are not medicine, like the drug users and drug dealers sell, and it's just about the chemical compound. What they are made of if you go into the chemistry of it.
Okay.
Yes, but those chemicals are usually given to living animals or people to help combat illnesses or pain or stuff like that. Does it make sense?
Oh, okay.
Okay. So the Japanese convenience stores to sell OTC drugs. I don't know what OTC drugs is. Let's go see quickly if they say something. Oh, over the counter. Yes, there are laws in every country that you need a doctor's prescription. It's like a permission slip that says you really need this for your health. And only with that, you can go buy certain medicine or drugs.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that OTC stands for over the counter. You can just show up and buy whatever you need and then go out. You don't need to just go see a doctor first. So let's look at the vocabulary. The first one is revision,
Revision.
an act of or result of examining and making changes to something, a version of something that has been examined in such a way.
Uh, and an act or result for examining and making change to something, a version of something that has been
Examine.
examined in such a way.
Yes. When you learn for a test and there's some things you did not understand, you read over it again and try to learn it, then you also do a revision.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So let's look at the example sentences. First one, I've made a few revisions to the report based on your suggestions.
I have made a few revisions to the report based on your suggestion.
Yes. Like when you write something and you want someone to just read it before you give it or make it public, then they will tell you, oh, you made some mistakes here, change this word, maybe take the spelling there. Then you go over it again and then you revise it or you change it. Okay, the next sentence is the new book is essentially a revision of the author's original work on Roman history.
The new book is
Is essentially.
essentially a revision of the author's original work on Roman history.
Excellent. Okay, the next one is prescription,
Prescription.
a note from a doctor that says what type of medicine or treatment a person needs.
A note from a doctor that says what type of medicine or treatment a person needs.
Excellent. I need to go to the pharmacy to fill a prescription.
I need to go to the pharmacy to fill a prescription.
Prescription, yes. Okay, the next one is pharmacy,
Pharmacy.
a shop that sells drugs or medicines.
A shop that sells drug or medicine.
A pharmacy is located on the ground floor of the hospital.
The pharmacy is located on the ground floor of the hospital.
Yes, the pharmacy is a place name. Okay. The next one is certificate.
Can you repeat
Oh, what I said about pharmacy or the word? Which one should I repeat?
the word
The word is certificate.
certificate?
Yes. An official document that proves a fact. So when you go and study or you go to travel, let me see if I have my passport nearby. Well, you get a certificate. Like for instance, let's say you go study. When you graduate, you get a certificate that tells you this is the degree Maya studied for. And you are therefore, I don't know how to say if it's legal, but you have a profession in this subject. Do you understand?
No, I'm not understanding.
Certificate. Okay, so a certificate is an official document that proves a fact. So if I can show you, let me see if I can find my passport. Where did I put it? Oh, here it is. So this is my passport. This is a certificate. It shows that I am from South Africa.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's what. So if someone asks me, I have to prove my nationality, then I
Oh,
show them this.
oh, I know.
Okay, do you understand now? The same with a
Yes,
degree. If I say I studied to be a doctor and someone doesn't believe me, or I want to apply for a position at the hospital to be a doctor, they will ask you what type of certificates do you have? Then you can show them, okay, I studied this degree in, let's say, cardiology, so I'm a heart doctor, and the certificate shows that I'm not lying.
so do you a doctor for real?
No, no, I was just using an example.
Oh, okay.
I can get you I did study something. Let me go get it quickly. So I went and studied what we call theology, and here's my degree.
Oh,
This says that I've completed the course and that I passed all the exams and stuff like that.
so what is your job?
No, that degree is just theology. I can do basically any job with it. But because my native language is Afrikaans, it's a form of Dutch.
Oh,
But
okay.
having my degree in English helped me I can either go teach at a physical school with that degree, but then I also need some other certificates
Oh, okay.
along with it. So with that one, it helps me to get into certain jobs.
Okay.
Okay. So let's look at this example sentence for certificate. We'll need a copy of your birth certificate along with your passport application.
We need a copy of your birth certificate along with your passport
Application.
application.
Yeah, so your birth certificate also shows your date when you were born, what your what your legal name and surname is, and in what country you were born. Okay, let's go to
Oh,
the next one. Do you have any questions?
no.
Okay. Next one is remote.
Remo-
Far from places where many people live.
Far from places where many people live.
Yes. Giant pandas are mostly found in the remote mountains of central China.
Giant pandas are mostly found in the remote mountains of central China.
Yes, remote basically means that you live on your own, far away from a city or a town.
Oh, like we live far away.
Yeah, so only you. Like only let's say only you have a house and you have your animals and stuff, but there's no other people around.
Oh,
And you
when I
say,
the remote, I think it's a remote control.
"Oh yes, we you spelled it the same. Remote just means from a distance or in a distance. Like you, someone stays in a remote place, it means it's a long way from where other people live, or it's a long drive to get there. Remote
Oh,
control is I don't go and touch the TV or the screen to control it. I can stand over there and control it from there.
oh,
Okay. The last one
okay.
is abuse.
Abuse.
To use alcohol or drugs in an excessive and harmful way.
So you uh, 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 or drugs in an excessive and harmful way.
Yes, that's when you misuse something, then you abuse it.
What is alcohol mean?
Alcohol is stuff like beer, wine.
Oh,
Yes, yes. Alcohol, if you drink too much alcohol, you get drunk.
oh,
Do you understand? So most people would say when you get drunk from drinking alcohol, then you abuse the alcohol. You're not enjoying it, you're abusing it.
oh,
The same with drugs and medicine, you can also abuse them. Like I know certain pain medications, like pills that you drink, people can get addicted to it and then
oh.
they use it excessively and it harms their body and their families. Okay, so the example sentence says the number of people abusing opioids has increased sharply in the US over the past few decades.
The numbers of people abusing uh
Opioid.
what?
You can pronounce it opioids.
O P O
Yes, opioids.
opioids
There you go.
has increased sharply in the U.S. over the
You?
past few few decades.
Yes. Do you have any questions of any of the words in this sentence?
No.
Okay. Let's go. Let's read the passage. Do you want me to read first and then you will read after? Or are you fine to read on your own?
I think you read first. I
Okay.
read after.
Okay, so just listen closely. Let me see if I can use something that will guide you while I read. I'm going to use these lines. Okay, so Japanese convenience stores to sell OTC drugs. By the spring of 2027, people will be able to buy over the counter or OTC drugs from convenience stores in Japan. After a revision of Japanese law on May 14th. Let me just move this quickly out of the way. Ah, why? Why do you do that? Okay. Can you see the mouse on the screen? Can you see my mouse?
Okay.
Okay. So, at present, over-the-counter drugs that do not need a prescription can only be bought from pharmacies or from stores that have a pharmacist on site. In February 2023, only 0.7% of Japan's 57,000 convenience stores were able to sell over the counter drugs, according to the Japan Franchise Association. The revised law will allow people to buy over the counter drugs from convenience stores if they have first received advice on how to use the drug from a pharmacist online. After receiving the advice, they will receive a certificate by email, which they will need to show at the convenience store when they buy their drugs. There are also plans to make over the counter drugs available from vending machines. The new law is meant to help people who live in remote areas that don't have many pharmacies, as well as make it possible for people to buy the drugs they need during hours when pharmacies aren't usually open. To make sure that certain over-the-counter drugs, such as cold medicines, aren't abused, younger people will be limited to one small package per person. Pharmacists will have to check the age of customers and also that what drugs they have bought previously at other stores. These limits won't apply to older people, but stores selling the over-the-counter drugs will need to ask what the drugs are for. The age that these limits will apply to will be decided at a later date. Okay, you ready?
Yeah. Japanese convenience store to sell OTC drugs. By the spring of
You can just say 2027.
2027, people will be obliged to buy over-the-counter drugs from convenience store in Japan after the revision of Japanese law on May 14. At present, OTC drugs that do not need a description can only be bought from pharmacies or from stores that have a pharmacist
Cyst
pharmacist on
on site.
site. In February 2023, only 0.7% of Japan's 57,000
Thousand.
convenience stores were uh, uh,
Able.
able to sell OTC drugs, according to the Japan
Franchise
Franchise
Association.
Association. The, the,
Revised.
the revised law will allow people to buy OTC drugs from convenience stores if they have first
Received.
receive advice on how to use the drug from a pharmacist online. After receiving the advice, they will
Receive.
receive a
Certificate.
certificate by mail, which they will need to show at the convenience store when they buy their drugs. They are also planned to make OTC drugs available from vending machines. The new law is
Meant.
meant to help people who live in remote areas that don't
Don't have.
have many pharmacy, as well as make it possible for people to buy the drugs they need during hours when pharmacies aren't usually open to make sure that
Certain.
certain OTC drugs, such as cold medicine, earn a boost. Younger people will be limited to one small package per person. Pharmacists will have to check the age of customers and also what drugs they have bought previously at other stores. This limit won't apply to older people, but stores selling the OTC drugs will need to ask what the drugs are for. The age that these limits will apply to be decided at a later date.
Excellent. But our time ran out. We will continue with this next time. Um, I will send the vocabulary and the definitions along with this passage with the class report. So if you want to look to revise it, you can. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Maya. I will see you again. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Bye bye, teacher.
Bye.